Have you ever felt that people remember you only when they need something? Have you ever sacrificed your own rest just to make someone else comfortable? Have you ever said yes so many times that you forgot what you actually wanted? If your answer is yes, then this story is for you. Because sometimes life teaches us self-respect through quiet pain. In a small town surrounded by hills and narrow streets, there lived a young man named Ayaan. Everyone knew Ayaan as the most helpful person around. He was the kind of person who could never ignore someone in need. If a neighbor needed groceries carried, they called Ayaan. If someone's bike broke down, they called Ayaan. If a friend felt lonely at night, they called Ayaan. And every single time, he showed up without hesitation. He believed helping others was his purpose. He believed kindness would always come back to him. He believed that if he was there for everyone, everyone would be there for him too. But life had a different lesson waiting for him. Slowly, his own life started falling apart. His room stayed cluttered for weeks. His unfinished plans gathered dust on his desk. His health began to suffer from lack of sleep. His dreams were postponed again and again. Yet he kept running for others. Every morning he woke up tired. Every night he went to bed even more tired. Still he smiled and said he was fine. One day his father noticed the dark circles under his eyes. His father asked gently, "Why do you always look exhausted, son?" Ayaan laughed and said, "Helping people makes me happy." But deep inside, he knew that was not fully true. One afternoon, Ayaan planned to work on his own small online business idea. It was something he had dreamed about for years. He cleaned his table and opened his laptop with excitement. For once, he decided the day would be just for himself. Suddenly, his phone started ringing. It was his friend calling for help to move furniture. Ayaan paused for a second. His heart felt pulled in two directions. One side said, "Focus on your dream." The other side said, "Don't disappoint your friend." Without thinking much, he closed his laptop. He grabbed his keys and rushed out of the house. Hours passed while he carried heavy boxes and arranged rooms. By the time he returned home, it was late at night. His energy was gone. His dream for that day was gone too. His friends simply said thanks and shut the door. No one asked what Ayaan had sacrificed. No one even knew. That night, he lay on his bed, staring at the ceiling. For the first time, he felt something strange inside his chest. It was not anger. It was not sadness. It was emptiness. The next morning, he went for a walk to clear his mind. Near the park, he met an old gardener named Baba Rahim. The old man was trimming plants carefully under the sun. Ayaan sat beside him and shared everything. He said, "I help everyone, but I feel tired of life." He said, "My kindness feels like a burden now." Baba Rahim listened quietly. Then he pointed toward a small water can beside the plants. He asked, "What happens if I keep watering others but never refill this can?" Ayaan replied, "It will become empty." The old man nodded and smiled. He said, "You are that empty can, my son. You keep pouring into others but never refill yourself. No one can give forever without breaking. Even the sun sets to rest." Those words stayed in Ayaan's mind. He realized he had never set boundaries. He realized he was afraid of saying no. He realized he was living for everyone except himself. That day, he made a small rule. He would think before every yes. He would protect his time like something precious. The very next day, his cousin asked him to run errands. Ayaan looked at his long list of personal tasks. His heart started racing again. But this time, he took a deep breath. He said softly, "I am busy today, but maybe tomorrow." His cousin sounded surprised. Ayaan felt guilty for a moment. Still, he stayed firm. He spent the day cleaning his room. He organized his papers. He worked on his business idea. By evening, he felt lighter than he had felt in months. Nothing terrible happened because he said no. The world did not collapse. People simply managed their own work. Days slowly turned into weeks. Ayaan started sleeping on time. He started exercising in the mornings. He started focusing on his goals. His face began to glow with fresh energy. Some people stopped calling him for small favors. Some whispered that he had changed. But something unexpected also happened. The people who truly cared began respecting his time. They asked politely instead of demanding. Ayaan learned that real friends understand limit. Only selfish people fear your boundaries. One evening, heavy rain hit the town suddenly. Water started leaking through his roof. Earlier, he would have run to help others first. This time, he stayed home. He fixed his own house before anything else. As he finished, he felt proud of himself. He finally understood the value of self-care. He finally understood that he mattered too. Months later, his small business began growing. He earned his first income from his own effort. He held the money in his hands and smiled quietly. This success existed because he chose himself. One day, Baba Rahim met him again in the park. The old man asked, "Are you still running for everyone?" Ayaan smiled and said, "No. Now I walk for others, but I run for my dreams." The old man laughed proudly. He said that is how life should be lived. So if you feel like Ayaan, always available and always exhausted, pause for a moment. Ask yourself, who is taking care of you? Ask yourself why your needs always come last. Remember that your time is limited. Remember that your time is limited. Saying no does not make you selfish. It makes you wise. It protects your peace. It saves your strength. Help others with love, but never forget to help yourself first. Because a person who values himself teaches the world how to value him, and that is where true happiness begins.